My name's David Schatanoff.
I'm Dan Ast.
And I'm Austin Smoak, and we're here with the show Vampires. It's a documentary web series, and we've been nominated tonight, so we're really excited because the nominees are really great this year. Basically, our show is about a group of people down in New Orleans who believe themselves to be vampires, and we've been doing research and following them for probably about two and a half years. And we went down and documented over the course of a few weeks and put together a web series that's now nominated tonight, so we're pretty excited. We ended up choosing web because we had a bunch of small things that we wanted to tackle that we felt would work best as more episodic, 5 to 10 minute episodes. And we felt like the web could get it out to a lot of people and sort of show a lot of people what our topic was.
It seemed to affect the process more. You asked whether or not it was a different process filming for, say, the web versus a documentary feature. And I think the biggest place that it differed was in the editing room, deciding how to tell a story in a short form as opposed to trying to drag it out over the long term and, finding smaller bites and smaller arcs as opposed to larger arcs. So I think that our approach to filming it was probably the same as most documentaries, but our approach to editing it was probably the biggest change.
Yeah. We had a really small team, and this, as a team, we've done a lot of other stuff as far as narrative and documentaries, features and smaller stuff, and we had no transcriber, so it was quite the task to sort of go through everything and find the story arc just from the footage. So
yeah, if you can afford one, you're going to want a transcriber if you're filming a true documentary type series, just so that you have some sort of record and quick, easily searchable way to look for content in all the footage that you've captured. So luckily Austin has a fairly photographic memory, and we were able just to kind of recall instances where we needed to find footage from a church in the square, or an interview where one of our vampires talks about feeding the homeless. So that came in handy, that she was able to recall those, that Austin was able to recall those instances. But if you're sitting in a bay with several terabytes of footage trying to cut a documentary style web series, it's best to have some sort of transcriber give you the transcriptions of all your interviews, so that you're at least able to kind of find your way while you're cutting it.
Yeah.
For the love of God, get a transcriber.
Yeah, Dan here was good enough to keep up with us, but I don't think any editor would have stood by us for that long. So you can watch it at vampirestheshow.com.
And the Epic Level TV YouTube channel, and it's also on FearNet Video on Demand.
And it's also on Blip TV.
A little bit of everywhere.